The Samsung Gear 360, which was released last year alongside the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge, was a decent camera despite its flaws. It was very obviously the first attempt at making a new kind of camera, one that shoots in 360 degrees. It's a first-generation product that, before we know it, Samsung will replace with a true 4K or even 8K model, I wrote in my review last fall. The shelf life of this version of the Gear 360 is the same shelf life of other pioneering digital cameras, short. That life ended earlier this year when Samsung announced and released the new Gear 360. It's a taller, slimmer version of the Gear 360 that's easier to hold in your hand, captures better quality videos and photos, and fixes most of the many little problems that made its predecessor frustrating to use. It also now works with iPhones, though the compatibility stops there. The new Gear 360, which costs $229, doesn't magically answer the question what good is 360-degree imagery for, any more than its predecessor, or any other 360-degree camera for that matter. It's still a solution looking for a problem, but it makes that search a little less painful. The new Gear 360 is not a major revolution. It shoots true 4K resolution now, but remember, that resolution is spread around the entire 360-degree sphere. 4K is a nice benchmark, but the image quality is only marginally better than it was on the original Gear 360. No surprise, too, since the camera uses two 8.4-megapixel image sensors instead of the dual 15-megapixel sensor setup on the first camera. Other than Samsung stretching the resolution a bit higher, the Gear 360's video capabilities haven't advanced much. You're still only able to shoot in 4K with a max frame rate of 24 frames per second. I typically prefer the look of 24 FPS when it comes to regular videos, but higher frame rates, like 30 or 60, are key with 360-degree videos because the footage looks more fluid. That's especially important if you're viewing in a headset. The highest resolution the new Gear 360 lets you shoot when capturing 30 frames per second is 2880 by 1440, and to shoot at 60 frames per second you have to settle for 2560 by 1280.